People often ask me, there are so many gurus, there are so many teachers. Even if you don't like the word guru, that's fine with me. In fact, I recently read online something about, we need to be guru free, says the guru of the guru free movement. Um, you know, I'll be the guru of the guru free movement and let you know how to live a life guru free. Please sit at my feet and let me explain. you know, if we're not willing to change our thinking, then we're not really ready for a teacher. Guru just means teacher. The word literally means gu, which means darkness, and ru, which means remover. Someone who sheds light, someone who removes darkness, is a guru. And that could be anybody who sheds light for you. And of course, when we're thinking about a spiritual practice and awakening a system that is going to reliably, regularly, and with great longevity bring us self-sufficiently into that state of complete enlightenment, where we'll be beyond the need for a guru because you have yourself become one, then there's no need for a guru anymore. But when we're on the search for this, hunting for that which is going to bring me to the most sustained, enlightened state, we can't be channel changers. I hear something that somebody said, I kind of like that, this part of that I'll take, and then let me change channels, and oh, there's another teacher. Now, I don't like 50% of what that teacher said, but I like this particular thing, so I'll take this, and I'll take this, and then now I'm going to go switch over here to this other guru and take a little bit of that. So what you're doing is you're allowing the intellect, which is the same intellect that got you into all the difficulties, that same intellect that had poor timing, that same intellect that demonstrated poor judgment, that same intellect that made you say yes to wrong things and say no to good things, is now being made into the guru. I'll choose this from here, that seems to resonate with what I am. I'll take that from there, that seems to resonate with what I am. And all we're doing really is we're keeping the small self small and using it as a selection device to select from here and there more of itself. In other words, we're not really willing to dive in and make change. In Sanskrit, there is a beautiful word. The word is vinita. Vinita, V-I-N-E-E-T-A, vinita. And vinita is often used as a word that means obedience, but in fact, it doesn't mean that. It means someone who's been made capable to follow whatever nature from inside is dictating based on a balanced approach, having exactly the balanced amount of humility, one side of the coin, and on the other side of the coin, pride. Pride and humility balanced together make someone capable of moving in the direction of evolution without question and unhesitatingly, vinita. So vinita is not, okay, I'll just obey. It is based on my inner consciousness finding itself enriched, awakened, enlivened through a specific kind of system that I've dived into, that my teacher has taught me, and I practice that. The whole idea of having a teacher, in the first place, is for you to become self-sufficient. That's not a teacher, that's not a guru who doesn't make you self-sufficient. It has to be the number one priority of the guru to make you self-sufficient in order for that guru to be someone who qualifies to have that name, to have that title. A guru is not someone who makes you dependent on them. A guru is someone who makes you self-sufficient as soon as possible. But in the interim, between you having needs for knowledge, needs for information, and you becoming self-sufficient, they can provide you with guidance. For that guidance to be acceptable, one has to have that internal state of vinita. I have a pride in my sense of all of the resources that have been gifted to me. I have a sense of responsibility to carry that forward and to benefit the world with it. But I also have the humility. I'm humbled by the fact that I'm at this stage of my evolution, that all of this has come to me. And therefore, I don't have a vested interest in hesitating, resisting, and so on, when somebody who I have decided has provided great wise and trusted counsel, and the wise and trusted counsel has brought me to this more advanced state, then the ease and willingness with which I'll move in the direction in which I'm guided is frictionless. So all of that together means vinita, that effortless willingness, that effortless, frictionless flow of attention towards what next needs to be done without questioning, without hesitation. This is vinita. And so very often people will say, well, I'm not willing to surrender, to the will of another. My answer to that is, that's perfect. Continue doing things the way you're doing, and check in from time to time and see if your suffering is decreasing and decreasing. If it is, then you're onto a formula. But if it's not, and you feel as though you could benefit from some wise and trusted counsel, then you have to see to what extent you can bring vinita to that proposition. But this won't be possible unless you have the benefit of regular practice, a self-sufficient experience of going deep within and finding that inner guru. The inner guru is the unified field itself. The unified field that all of us have inside of us is awakened and revealed through the practice of Vedic meditation. When I find that field of pure knowledge awakened inside me, and then I receive the wise and trusted counsel from a teacher, when the two of those things resonate, I'm going to find it absolute bliss just to move in the direction of whatever that guidance is, to bring that out, to stabilize it, to make it more powerful and more effective, and to remove and purify from my whole system any hesitation, any stress, anything that tries to enforce the small self, lowercase s, small self. I want small self to, continue on with all of its little things, whatever. Being able to step beyond that. The important thing is our willingness to sacrifice what we had been in order to embrace what we can become. And this is done in partnership with a teacher, a guru. This is the solution to, channel surfing around all the gurus just to see which part of what some guru says matches with my small self sense of what should be.